For most of us, the financial path seems pretty straightforward. You get a good job, you earn a paycheck, you pay your bills. But what if that whole idea is kind of a trap? What if it's a financial treadmill designed to keep you running in place forever? Today we're going to dig into the core lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad to help you flip that script. We're talking about shifting your entire mindset from being an employee who works for money to becoming an owner whose money works for you.
Okay, this right here, this is the single most important idea we're going to talk about. Real, lasting wealth isn't about how big your salary is. It's about what you own. It's about owning things, assets, that generate income for you even when you're sleeping. This is the fundamental mental switch you have to make.
So, here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll dive into the foundational mindset with a tale of two dads. Then, we'll talk about building your financial engine. After that, we'll get into the advanced playbook the wealthy use. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a concrete 14-day launch plan you can start immediately. All right, so everything really kicks off with a choice. It's a choice between two completely different ways of looking at the world of money. These are personified by the author's two dads, one who played it safe and one who learned to build real wealth.
Just look at the difference here. On one side, you have the phrase, "I can't afford it." It's a dead end, right? A total shutdown of your brain. But on the other side, the question, "How can I afford it?" Well, that question gets the gears turning. It forces you to problem solve and find creative solutions. This is the choice. Do you hit a mental wall, or do you start looking for a way to climb over it?
Okay, so you've made that mental shift. Now let's get into the engine room, the mechanics of it all. There's really one core rule you need to understand to start building wealth.
It's actually super simple. An asset has one job and one job only: to put money in your pocket, period. Think of it like a rental property that gives you rent checks, or a stock that pays you dividends. These things work for you 24/7. And this diagram, it shows you exactly how that works. The asset is like a little money machine that you own, and it's constantly pumping cash right into your income column. It's a financial engine that you build and you control.
All right, now for the opposite, a liability. It's just as simple. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. It's a constant financial drain that pulls cash out of your account month after month.
And this is where it gets interesting, because this diagram shows why so many things we're told are assets, like your personal car or even the house you live in, are actually liabilities. They require mortgage payments, insurance, maintenance. That's all cash flowing out of your pocket. They don't pay you, you pay them.
So this slide just brings it all home. On the left, that's the rat race. Your income comes in and it goes straight back out to cover expenses and pay for liabilities. You're just running to stand still. But on the right, that's the path to financial freedom. The focus is on building that asset column first. Then, those assets generate the income that pays for everything else. You stop working for money and you have your assets work for you.
Okay, once you really get that asset engine humming, it's time to level up. Let's talk about the advanced playbook, the systems and skills the wealthy use to really accelerate and protect their wealth. Now, this is a huge piece of the puzzle that most people miss. As an employee, your money follows this path. You earn, then you pay taxes, and then you get to spend whatever is left. But when you own a corporation, the whole sequence flips. You earn, you spend, and then you pay taxes on what's left over. Your corporation can legally spend money on legitimate business expenses before the taxman ever sees it. This is a powerful, legal way to use pre-tax dollars to grow your wealth, and it is an absolute game changer.
So to play this game well, you need to build up what the author calls your financial IQ, and it's built on these 4 pillars. First up, accounting, which is basically learning to speak the language of money. Second, investing, the science of making your money make more money. Third, understanding markets, knowing the basics of supply and demand so you can spot opportunities. And fourth, the law, using things like corporate structures and tax advantages to protect and grow your wealth.
And this quote just nails it. There's a huge difference between your profession and your business. So your job, that's your profession. It pays the bills. But your business, that's your asset column. That's what sets you free. The whole point is to spend your energy building what you own, not just focusing on what you earn. That is the real meaning of minding your own business.
Okay, that's a lot of theory, I know. So let's make this real. Let's talk about what you can actually do, like right now, to put all of this into action.
Now look, this isn't some get-rich-quick in 2-week scheme. This is a 14-day experiment designed to build the habits that create wealth. So, step 1, pay yourself first. Set up an automatic transfer to a special asset fund. Step 2, start one micro asset.
Just one small thing. Step 3, as you do that, learn a little more about one of those 4 pillars. And step 4, track everything. This creates a powerful feedback loop that's going to teach you so much. And if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, but what? I have no idea what to do. Don't worry, we got you. You could package up something you already know and sell it as a downloadable template. You could create a short paid workshop teaching a skill you have. You could even do something as simple as buying a small piece of a stock that pays you a dividend. The goal isn't to hit a home run. The goal is just to get in the game and start the process of buying assets.
All right, so here is the challenge. Don't just watch this and move on. Do something with it. Pick one small asset idea, launch it, and track the results. Your mission is to start your first asset and report the cash flow in 14 days. This is how you shift from just learning to actually building. The only question left is, what's the first asset you're going to build?